So what's up, this is your boy 3ZP. I'm gonna do something like a before they were stars type NFL video. So this is where Patrick Mahomes, I'm in his town, where he went to school, where he went to high school. This is the stadium that he played football at. This was the stadium. If you can leave the stadium, let me see. Let me go back around. I went the wrong damn way. Hold up. I want to give y'all a good look at this stadium right quick, because this stadium is like, it's the games we had, some one of the craziest games ever. Him and Greg Ward for the district championship, and it was like the craziest game ever. Patrick Mahomes finally won by by 1 point, because John Tyler tried to go for 2 points. And I was on John Tyler's side, of course. And this is where he played. This the home side. The visitor side is so small, like you would be packed like sardines on that visitor side. It's barely enough seats to even play in this. So if you ever had a big game here, you want to get here extra early, like 5:30, and the game started like 7. So niggas, it was like 5:30 when that game, because it was both undefeated. Like, it was the greatest game, craziest game ever. Patrick Mahomes, Greg Ward for the championship. This is their middle school. It's called White. This is White House. This is what this town is called, White House. This wasn't there. This is kind of new. This wasn't really here when I got here, or was it? No, I think they just built this school. But I'm gonna show you the actual high school that Patrick Mahomes went to, and it's still kind of the same. It's in the same location. They kind of did some more remodeling, of course. It looks real beat down before, but this town, this town, it's like, it's one of them towns you don't want to ride through late at night driving fast, because the cops will get you. You know, it's like, I mean, it can't be racist, but it's kind of a Caucasian, I'll say white, a lot of white people type neighborhood. Some real nice houses. Like, I do a lot of deliveries, and there's some real mansions, like deep mansions. If I can show y'all want to see some of the mansions, you gotta drop some lights. I can show you some houses that you be like, wow. But this is the high school that Patrick Mahomes went to, White House High School. Now, the thing with White House is, the school I went to is they're our biggest rivals. The school I went to is this school is our biggest rival. So we hated, like back in my days, if I was at Chapel Hill. So if you went to Chapel Hill and you was here in White House, it was fights, it was a bunch of stuff going on. Remember, you know how like you would watch like Saved by the Bell, and they be doing those pranks on what was that school, Valley House, some shit. Remember that stuff like that was going on. Chapel Hill, White House, this class. It was like the Cowboys and Redskins, Cowboys and Eagles. It was like that. It was like a big rivalry, and you didn't go for the other team. Like, I would never see myself. I thought I'd never see myself rooting for somebody from White House, but after I graduated, I got out of there. But some people still hold a grudge against White House. Like, well, I'd never go for White House. He's from White House. But hey, the dude, when I seen the dude, like, yeah, this dude's gonna be special. And watching him in that stadium lots of times. But this school, our school, we were so much rivals. But then they moved up. When I started watching Patrick Mahomes, I was way out of school. But of course, they started playing. They moved up in their division, where they ended up playing John Tyler. Which if y'all don't know, John Tyler has some of the greatest football players in East Texas. And if y'all know I cover them. I cover them on my podcast. So that's the school. Now y'all want to do some John Tyler. Y'all want to see John Tyler? I'll give you a history about that one. I mean, but right now we in White House, and like I said, they moved up, and that's when they started playing John Tyler, like about 10 years ago. That was about 10 years ago, 6, 7, and they stopped. They made it back down, so they don't play them no more. But that's when we got the class of Greg Ward and Patrick Mahomes, part 2. Was the one that happened in White House. The first one was the game. If y'all look at my YouTube channel, it's way in the beginning, but I got that game on my YouTube channel. You gotta find it. And it was at Rose Stadium, and That's when Greg Ward came back from 24 down, 24-0 to beat Patrick Mahomes and his White House team. Now y'all don't know who Greg Ward is. Y'all should know. He played for Texas. I mean, he played for Houston, and he played the quarterback for John Tyler, one of the top quarterbacks in John Tyler history. The dude was a beast. He's on the Eagles now. But yeah, this is a town. Like you drive. This is one street. This is Main Street. Once you drive through this street, through this town, you're gone. Once you drive through this street, you're gonna get you right back in the woods and it's to the city. Like now, where I'm at, this is White House. So the city, Tyler, the city, it's like 15 minutes away from the inside the city. So everybody who lives here comes into town, into the city to shop and all that stuff, because there's nothing out here. Nothing out here in White House. There's no Walmart, there's nothing. So yeah, it's like one of those outskirts somewhere. Like let's say you got Dallas, like Dallas has an Arlington, Fort Worth, all that stuff. I mean, it's not big as Dallas, but you know what I'm saying. Like we got a lot of those outside towns that are their own towns, but they still are not far from the city. From the inside, which is Tyler. It's became a lot of high schools now. It used to be 3 NAS, a bunch of private schools, and that's how that takes away. That it kind of draws into why John Tyler had a bad season, because a lot of the kids ain't going to school, public schools. They're going to these private schools, and then the other school is just taking all the kids, and that's the Robert E. Lee. That's their rivals. Robert E. Lee and John Tyler are rivals like Chapel Hill, White House. So I'll give y'all a whole breakdown of history of all this stuff. We got football is big here, but this is the town Patrick Mahomes went to. Now we're out of the town now. I didn't drive. We're going back out of the town, so now I'm headed back into the city. My time back into Tyler, so we're headed back into the town, and that's usually this street right here. Usually this is the route he would take to come back to where he hung out at in his home. Y'all want to drop the next video? If you made it this far, drop a like and comment home, and I'll show you where he hung out and where he got robbed at before he got drafted. When he got drafted to the Chiefs, he was in the town. He was here in Tyler, and he ended up, and him and some friends ended up getting robbed or held or something like that. It was in the news. He got robbed, so I don't know if they took anything, but I'll show y'all where that happened. I don't know what the exact spot, but I'm gonna show you where he hung out at, so you can kind of feel like what type of guy this was, like what type of high school life he kind of had. Y'all want to see this stuff? Y'all definitely want to see where he hung out at. So that's just a little history lesson there for football, but that's what it is, man. Patrick Mahomes' hometown, and